From cold DMs to professional glow-ups, we're here to teach you how to show recruiters that you're open to work.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Open to Work podcast. Podcast all about LinkedIn and growing your business branding. I'm Cash Johnson.
I'm Sophia Kim, and we're both ambassadors for this program.
I do events.
I'm in marketing.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about what we do, how we got into LinkedIn, and just some tips for you guys.
Yeah, just going to chit chat a little.
So first thing we want to start off with is how did we get into the ambassador program and what really drove us into our passion for LinkedIn? Do you want to start?
Sure. I wasn't really sure what the LinkedIn Ambassador program was about, but I was speaking to Dylan at the time, who is the founder of this program, and he was kind of explaining the problems that LinkedIn has, as well as what our goals would be as an ambassador. And the more I learned about it, the more I was interested and wanted to kind of figure out more on how to become a part of that team. So I started to do my own research on LinkedIn, and from that point forward, I became super passionate, and so I constantly spoke to Dylan about it, and he saw my passion, and he thought I'd be a great fit for the team. So now I'm here.
And we're happy you are, Sophia.
Thanks. What about you?
Well, initially I transferred from community college. I didn't really have too much of a brand identity in the business world, especially when it came to LinkedIn. Right. I worked a retail job at Apple for a little bit, and everybody told me to get a LinkedIn, and I didn't really see any reason to get it. But as I came to San Jose State, which is where we're doing our ambassador program at, I got to meet Dylan as well. And Dylan showed me the power of LinkedIn and reaching out and social media in the business world. And it's so important to have that kind of presence, especially when you're trying to get a job after college, because trying to get a job's super hard. We sat down and he helped me with my LinkedIn account. And ever since, I have been super active with posts and, updating with cool stuff that I do, business-wise or personal-wise.
I'll also backtrack a little bit. So I also was in community college, and I just transferred this semester. So I came into the school not knowing anything, zero experience. I was in one club at my community college, and honestly, I didn't really do anything.
That's so real.
Yeah, I just hung out with my friends. Like, I didn't really actually do anything.
Got like
in
a
the club.
breakfast burrito with the classes.
Get some lunch and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I transferred to the school that I saw the different options that San Jose held, and I was like, this is exciting. I can do some stuff. I can actually learn, and that's why I was so grateful to become a part of this program, because I didn't have the experience. Never had an internship. I had one job in Club Pilates. So again, nothing to do with business or LinkedIn, but
you could start like a Pilates business.
I could, yeah.
Well, now with what we have at our inventory, we can totally do that.
So I just thought it was really cool that even though for people who might be interested in applying in the future, you don't need the most experience. You just need to have the passion. You need to have the work ethic. And you'll be in where we're at.
What do you think in your journey, at least like getting set up with LinkedIn, what do you think was like the hardest part? Like, I know a lot of people have problems with like making posts. People have problems with like putting stuff up on their experience on what they've done. They say, oh, I worked a cash register for a summer. Should I have that on my LinkedIn? Like, what was your biggest adversity? And because your LinkedIn looks awesome, Sophia.
Thank you.
And so does mine.
Yes, so does Cash's.
So does mine.
This is great.
Go follow me on LinkedIn, Cash Johnson. But what do you think was the hardest part with getting established to where you are now?
I think, again, it's tying back to just not having that experience. I was like, I have nothing to post, nothing to put on my LinkedIn. I don't have experience. Yeah. But then the more I started talking to you guys, to everybody here, and to Dylan about LinkedIn, and I also, did my fair share of stalking, saw what other people were posting, I realized it's a much more casual platform, and that I can just post things that are even slightly business related. So, for example, I could have done going to one of my club events. I could have just posted, hey, at this event, right? But I didn't know that at the time, so I'm starting to do that now, and that's one thing I regret, is just not taking every little business opportunity that I had in the past and just uploading that. Right.
I think it's a big kind of something people don't see is that it's like kind of an influencer kind of grab it, that everything is content.
Yes.
Like you can really post anything. I saw on LinkedIn, I know on the last episode of Open to Work podcast, Aman talked about some of the funnier things that people post on LinkedIn. I think I saw like a Fortnite post, like somebody.
Yes, he did mention that.
Oh, did he mention that one?
Something about it's just someone mentioned it.
A victory royale. This guy posted on his, and it got like 1,000 reposts and like a bunch of likes, and it was pretty funny. So you could really make anything into a post on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I also see like there's a lot of Instagram Reels types of videos that I see, and like those influencers, the LinkedIn influencers, tend to post more of those casual content. So if you are looking to expand your LinkedIn, definitely focus on maybe more casual side things, because you'll grab everyone's attention.
No, I totally agree. I think it's I one tip that I always kind of took in mind when like going to like events and stuff was I am gonna use my phone to take 3 photos. And one photo is going to have me in it. Yes. One photo is going to be of like the event, like something cool. And then another cool little photo, or maybe a group photo. And I'm like, that's a post right there.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll take my notebook and like write down like 3 things I learned and then highlight those.
Learn how to network.
Oh, I reached out to this guy.
Yeah.
And we had a fantastic talk about B2B pipelines. And, you know, so... I mean, formulating posts and being okay with like making posts, or sometimes sillier or a little bit longer, you just got to be okay with it. It's not every post has to be about your Magnus Opum, you know, that you achieved, that you just sold your business, or that you just created the next big AI platform.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
What was so far with the LinkedIn Ambassador Program? What was your favorite event so far, or what's something that you take pride in that we've done? And because I know we've grown like our social media immensely. The outreach on campus is kind of crazy.
Right.
We're popping off. What do you think is your biggest achievement?
Honestly, I think for a group as a whole, I think our recent Spartan Showdown event, that was huge. I was really proud of the entire team.
That was cool.
It went smoothly. It was like, and for those who don't know, it was basically a case study. We had different organizations and clubs around the school come and compete. We had 3 to 4 people on each team. We gave them a case study of something that LinkedIn is kind of struggling with, and they gave us their ideas and their results and their answers, and it was fun. We had food, we had rock stars, and we had some guest judges from LinkedIn as well.
We also had cupcakes.
Yes, we did.
We got cupcakes.
One of the judges brought it in. It was really good.
Yeah, they had little LinkedIn logos on it. It was so cute.
Yeah, but I was really proud of our team for accomplishing that. And then, in my opinion, it went on without a hitch. So
yeah, no, totally. I think everyone really had a great time.
Yeah.
Once we started to, and now that's also another thing is like learning how to properly outreach those events and get them to people. We had like an email blast. In the beginning, it was kind of tough getting teams, but once everyone knew about it, like everyone wanted to be a part of it. I think that was awesome.
Yeah.
I totally agree. The case study was something that was totally new to like SJSU. And it was nice to have I feel like you can dress business casual, but it's very easy for people to kind of like box themselves into like, I have to act formal. Here, I'm informal with my friends, and in this space, I have to be super formal, which, I mean, me and you MC'd. We like there was a point where we went up there and we're like, maybe we should tell everyone not to be so nervous. Take a deep breath. You know?
I think that's like a misconception with a lot of things regarding tech, is that everything has to be super serious.
Yeah.
Unless that's disclosed that it's going to be an extremely professional event, like go in having fun, go in open to learn. And like, I think one of the judges even stated that one of the winners won because of how casual and friendly their presentation was.
Right.
Like they were very just like, hey guys, you know, here's our presentation, and they end up winning one of our like little sections.
Yeah, you don't want to be like a robot up there.
Yeah, no.
There was a couple teams where they went up there and just kind of kept it to a very boilerplate presentation. And it's like, if I can't laugh and connect with your idea, then how am I going to work with you and be able to work through adversity when, say, if that case study, those strategies were put into place?
Yeah, I would say honestly, one big tip I have regarding even marketing and presentations in general is just find that fine line between professionalism but also being able to connect with people and keep it slightly lighthearted. Just because once you find that nice balance, you're really able to reach your target audience and get your point across versus just being like this the whole time.
Yeah, totally. I think too, it's like, it's also finding the right times to use like slang or vernacular. I think a lot of people are like, no slang. But I mean, if you read the person you're working with, like, well, like you could say like, oh, do you want to go and chop it up over LinkedIn Learning and some of our outreach strategy? You know, like I think if you show your intention and your drive, you can be much more casual than people think.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah, I agree.
And again, it makes people like you. It makes people connect with you. You seem like a cooler, chill guy.
Is there anything else that you feel like you're proud the program or yourself for achieving so far?
I think just our overall outreach, you know, I think it's so cool to, like, when you're talking with students and you're trying to turn them on to like LinkedIn Learning, right, that I feel like maybe at some of my points in my career, I'm like, LinkedIn Learning, that's just another tool. Exactly. But it's the way that people are grasping the actual like importance and
it's just really value. Helpful. Yeah, it's very valuable.
It's super valuable.
And it's free.
It's free. It's paid for by your school. So sign up now, activate.
Yeah, I think like speaking of LinkedIn Learning, it's cool because a lot of students just don't know what that is or don't know they have access to it for free. It's a bunch of they have over 24,000 courses you can take regarding anything from like maybe coding or AI to even how to network, how to work in a team, stuff like that. And there's certifications, and again, it's all free, guys. It's all free.
It's all free.
And I know some professors are thinking about implementing it in their Canvas.
They should.
And they should. It's
There's integration with it, with Canvas. Yeah.
It's really easy and simple to use. And so, like, if you didn't watch the first episode, basically our role here as an ambassador is to just spread that awareness to as many students as possible.
And we're doing this for free. We don't get paid to do this. We actually see the true value in having like a substantial LinkedIn account, something that is going to be shown to recruiters, something that is going to, I stole this from Devin, one of our leads. You're not going to share your Instagram forever. Devin told me a story where he went into an elevator at the library and he was talking with like a guy who he wanted to stay in contact with, who had like a lot of potential in the business world. Devin was like, man, I got to get this guy's like contact information so I could stay in touch. What did you ask him? Do you have an Instagram?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Rightfully so. My boy is networking.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, kind of like gave him a funny look and was like, no, do you have a LinkedIn? Oh. And Devin was like, oh, I got to get my LinkedIn together.
Yeah, and I feel like with all the events that we've gone to so far, and for those who are in college, if you go to like business, I guess, focused events, you'll see that a lot of the times at the end, the networking is just exchanging LinkedIn and talking about it and stuff like that. So having your LinkedIn, being ready to go to show to professionals or to hand it out to people is really important, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, so Sophia, what's one thing that you've learned about LinkedIn that you didn't know before joining the program?
LinkedIn Learning.
No, same. No,
honestly,
seriously.
Like before I applied, I remember when I was, like I said, I was talking to Dylan. He was like, yeah, like our purpose here is to, you know, blah, 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 LinkedIn Learning. And I was like, oh yeah, like I know LinkedIn Learning.
Yeah.
Like LinkedIn
I was like,
Learning
I think I've
favorite.
seen that on LinkedIn.
But no, I've actually never heard of LinkedIn Learning.
No, me neither.
Like ever.
Me
so
neither.
It wasn't until I actually joined the program that I was able to learn more about it and kind of understand the purpose of it.
Right.
And so again, we just want like everyone to understand the purpose and the importance of it. Like Cash said, we're not getting paid to do this. It's just us genuinely wanting to help y'all out as a student here.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I think there's a couple statistics that show that students who do take part in LinkedIn Learning actually get hired at a lot higher frequency than those who don't. Right. Certifications are so important in this day and age. I mean, if you have like a marketing degree, your communications, right?
Yes.
I'm management information systems. I hope that you know, like, for me, like PM methodologies, I hope that you would know like some of what comes with like communication.
Right.
But do I know that like that you've gone above and beyond to get certifications to learn more than going to school, which you're supposed to go to as a student, and like actually getting knowledge that could be substantially put into the field. And it's usually set up by professionals, these people who just want to get information out. Right. You know, these people are passionate about information.
And actually, we were talking to Cecily. She works for LinkedIn, and she was giving us a tip saying that actually almost every job from this point forward is going to look for students that have a basic understanding of AI, just because it's going to be implemented in almost every single position that you work in. So she recommended that we do the AI, like I think it's just the fundamental course, basic course, so we can get certification in that, just to say, hey, you know, I'm not like an AI. I don't know anything about AI in terms of like minoring or majoring. However, I do know the basics and fundamentals, and it'll be posted on my LinkedIn that I'm certified in that.
Yeah, you've definitely been pushing the AI.
I have, just because lately. I feel like a lot of people, we all know that, I mean, like ChatGPT, like I'm like assuming college engineering. Students. Yeah. Yeah, totally. But even just like daily college students, I'm assuming y'all use that almost every day.
I know you guys do.
Let's be real here.
I know you're using ChatGPT. Yeah, so, I've seen your logs.
So, I mean, that counts as experience, right? So, like, to boost 100%. You, say, like, maybe someone's hiring, right? And you're neck and neck with someone for this position, but you just need that one little thing that's going to push you above and beyond, and that's certifications. So just getting that done is really going to help you out.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Let's get a little fun with it.
Okay.
If you could send a DM to your future self on LinkedIn, let's say the Sophia Kim that was in community college.
Okay.
You know, the one that didn't know about LinkedIn Learning.
Gotcha.
What would you say to them?
So like a piece of advice regarding LinkedIn that I'd give my past self.
Yeah.
I think just get on it more. I think I was just like scared to get on it because in my eyes it was such a professional platform. I'm like, I don't know anything about professionalism. I don't know anything about business. Like that's not the place for me. So I just had an account with my name, with my school, no profile picture, no nothing, no bio. And it was just sitting there and rotting. But it wasn't until I made some friends who are in business and they're like, honestly, girl, just scroll through it. Just get used to the platform and then you'll realize it's not as scary as it seems. And then you'll see how everyone else does it and you can easily, like, you don't really need a step-by-step tutorial. Although it does help, but you can honestly just like stalk some people, see what they do on their profile and just replicate that.
For real. I totally agree with that. I think it's definitely like something that people are so scared about.
Yes.
It's like, it's really not a scary platform. It's really not. Just make your posts, update your experience, do a lot of LinkedIn learning.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine.
What about you? What's something you would
I'd probably to tell my past self, I would probably say to start now. I was studying mechanical engineering and I like had some like experiences at Apple and I really wish that I would have documented a lot of that, you know, whether at like the retail jobs I was working at or the classes that I was taking in college, like even like being in classes, you know. Here's an awesome thing I took away from class today.
That's a great tip because I feel like a lot of people feel like they can only post about something I did in a big corporate job or something I did in a school club. No, like if you work at Target, post something that you just did to help someone out.
Yeah.
Like everything counts and just post it. Like don't be afraid to show yourself off.
I also think that there's a big stigma that people like artists can't use LinkedIn. But one of my favorite people that I follow, shout out to Leonardo De La Rocha. He is a graphic designer. He's done work over at Spotify. He's done work.
Oh, wow.
He's like doing his own independent app right now. And that guy is so on LinkedIn, but he's like an artist, you know?
Oh, that's cool.
He like posts like, he like integrates it because in graphic design, you're definitely going into like some business world stuff. You're working with teams. But like post your insights on art that you've seen.
Yeah.
Post your art. Post a gallery that you had at your school.
It's not just about business and networking. It's about whatever you're passionate about and whatever you're trying to develop career-wise. So I'm also even trying to speak with student athletes right now.
Yeah.
Like how to utilize what they've learned as a student athlete and put that on their LinkedIn because that's a big part of who they are.
That's a big part of who they are.
Yeah, and I think you should show that off. Show who you are. Like we've been telling people it's almost a more personal extension of your resume. Like we all know resumes are black and white. It's just words and numbers, right? But a lot of people have been putting their LinkedIn link on their resume because some hiring managers want to see, okay, we see it all on paper, but who is this person actually?
Right.
And so the more you personalize your LinkedIn account, the more personality you have to show, the more the recruiters understand who you are. So I say make it fun.
Yeah, make it fun.
Yeah.
Be a little colorful with it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's like kind of a space where you get to show like who you actually are.
Right.
Because your resume, it's black and white in it. It's kind of boring to read. But your LinkedIn is fun. It's a fun thing to read. Like it should be a fun and cool place where you're actually sharing your real-time experiences that you can't put on a one-page rule, the one-page rule of a resume, only one page, that you can't put on there.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think a misconception is that a lot of people in their bios, they put, you know, comms major, SJSU, been here for 3 years, looking for this job, and that's it. I say I like to play volleyball. I like to eat. I like sports. I like going to the gym, like stuff like that, like hobbies. Like we said, it's just really personal.
Right.
And it's all about you, so make it very personal about you.
Yeah, you want to be unique. You know, you want to show that you're a human. I mean, like we talked about earlier, I would hope as someone who is a student in communications and MIS, I'd hope that if you're getting your degree, that you're learning those things.
Right.
But what is the growth of who you are? What are the experiences that you have gone through that make me as a recruiter want you on my team? You know?
Exactly.
Like, and you're totally right. Like, let's say like I'm a recruiter, I'm recruiting you. Like, wait a second, I like eating too. You know, like
where's your favorite place to eat? And it's just a great conversation starter.
Right,
too.
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I looked at your LinkedIn. I saw last week that you did the Spartan Strategy Showcase.
Yeah.
You know, like you guys get to chop it up about that.
Exactly.
And connect with that kind of aspect of things.
Yeah. What's one section of LinkedIn you secretly dread filling out?
That's a tough one.
I know.
I think it's I want to say it's either my about me or my titles.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I my titles, like, don't mean to toot my horn, but I got a lot to put in there, and it's hard picking which ones I should put in there. And that's the first thing people see when they see your profile. Right. About me, I think it's always hard to talk about yourself, but I also feel like that's like a section where you can be like more fun. I think I actually kind of got locked in now because I hated it so much.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say the same thing. About me, like, that used to scare me because I wouldn't know how professional do I have to be. What am I supposed to write? How much am I supposed to write?
It's like I was born on January 28th at 2:06 a.m.
winter day.
It was overcast.
About me is kind of subjective. There's not really, you know, of course you want to talk about stuff that are professional, but I would say, like we talked about, just keep it a little bit light.
Right. Totally.
So it's really just what you're comfortable sharing about yourself.
What's one thing that you've seen throughout this program that has changed how you see yourself personally, but also in a professional setting?
I think one thing that this program has taught me is to be, in a way, shameless, if that makes sense.
Yeah, shameless.
So as an ambassador, we kind of have to just like reach out to people and try to connect with people on campus to see if they know about our program and stuff. So I've kind of gotten to a point where, like I said, I'm trying to work with student athletes. If I see them wearing a student athlete backpack, I'd be like,
I'll go.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh yeah, like I'd just go up to them and I'd introduce myself. So I'm really just putting myself out there, and I wasn't doing stuff like that until I joined this program. So that's definitely developed for me, like in a personality way, because now I feel like I can just comfortably go up to people, but also in a professional way, because I understand now how to professionally go up to people and not just be like, hey queen, like everywhere I go.
Hey,
like,
what are you up to today?
Yeah, no, like there's a way to approach people, especially in a professional setting. So that's definitely one thing that I've taken with me so far.
Yeah.
And what about you?
Right. I think it's I mean, me and you are already pretty charismatic people.
Pretty outgoing.
We're pretty outgoing, and we connect pretty easily. But I think it's showed me the scope of confidence now. Like you're saying, like being able to cold approach people and like being confident about what I'm saying instead of just being like, well, I want to do PM work. You know?
No, I totally get it.
So it's like I feel like I now know when I'm coming into a conversation. I think it through a little bit more. I can approach people a lot easier.
Yes.
I can read people a lot better and know when to turn on like the Cash Money versus like Cash Johnson. You know.
But no, also I just think that's a great tip in general. Like, for people who may be nervous about going to networking events or speaking to someone in a professional setting, just fake it. Right. Like, we all start off very, very nervous, very scared. But it isn't until you kind of just, like, tell yourself, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm just speaking to someone.
Right.
And then...
they're human just like me.
Yeah. And the more you kind of fake the confidence, this is what has worked for me. I don't know if this works for everybody.
No, I agree.
The more I faked my confidence, the more it ended up becoming real confidence.
No, 100%. Acting like you know what you're talking about.
Yes.
Will open paths for you to practice to know what you're talking about in your future, you know, and build that confidence.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, you're getting a LinkedIn notification right now. My screen time.
When I'm bored, I just like scroll through because you can see what other people are doing, but also I've been watching the videos lately.
Same here.
Like I usually never do that, but I feel like
there's a lot of good like resume tips. Like I've seen like a lot of people like recruiters who are trying to be LinkedIn influencers who are succeeding, and they're like, well, as a recruiter, this is what I see in a resume. And I'm like, oh, I got to implement that.
Like if you guys need something to fulfill your, instead of watching like brain rot on TikTok and Instagram Reels and you like need to scroll, this is something that'll actually benefit you. So I've been just doing that instead of going on TikTok all the time because I feel like I'm literally losing brain cells.
No, 100%.
Versus on LinkedIn, I'm actually receiving tips that I can use for the future. So
yeah, I'd much prefer to truly and corely like reach out to somebody for a coffee chat than find out what like how many booms the chicken bake at Costco is getting, you know?
Right.
I'd much prefer that.
Yes.
So I totally agree. I deleted Instagram for a little bit and I was like, how am I gonna scroll? And I'm like, I'm just gonna scroll on LinkedIn. And it's awesome. Like it actually tickles the nerve for me. Ew. Gross.
But I wanted to touch on something that you mentioned, like cold DMing. Is that a thing?
Cold DMing, like cold reaching
DMing.
out.
Yeah, cold reaching out. Like just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Worst case, if you feel nervous about what you're gonna
ask ChatGPT.
they'll do it for you.
Use those AI tools.
Yeah, say, hey, I'm trying to reach out to so and so from this is their position from this company.
Right.
Keep it lighthearted and friendly, and they'll do it for you.
And usually people want to talk about themselves.
Yes.
Hate to be selfish about it, but people really like to talk about themselves. So if you're reaching out to either a recruiter or somebody who has the role in the field and be like, can we just like go grab coffee? Like on me, I'll buy coffee.
Right.
Coffee's like $8 these days.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say like $2. But coffee's cheap. Like so you can just take them out to coffee or even like meeting up over Zoom, like if they have time. And then being able to like first connect with them, be like, hey, how are you? Like what are you guys what are you up to today? It's thanks so much for accepting my request to get together and chit chat.
Well, yeah, like I actually have I have a coffee chat this Friday.
Really?
With someone from the LinkedIn at San Francisco location.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and all I did was reach out to her on LinkedIn and say, hey, you know, her position is something I've never heard of before. And I said, I'd love to learn more about your position, how you got this role at LinkedIn. And she used to be at SJ.
Really?
Well, yeah.
That's sick.
So
Spartan
that's another
pride.
thing. Yeah, that's another thing you can tie in. It's just like, you know, speaking to an SJ alum, I'd love to learn how you got from graduating to your position now.
Right.
And she was more than happy to collaborate. And she's like, actually, I'm going to be on office in this day. Come in. I'll show you around and we can chat.
No way. You're going to SF? Dang. See, and now it was that easy.
Yeah,
all you had to do was
that was my first time cold DMing someone ever.
Wow.
And so I was just like, why don't I do this more often?
I know. You're telling me that they could bring me to their corporate headquarters and
you never know.
Maybe even buy me lunch.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. But yeah, like don't be afraid. And worst case, they don't respond and you move on with your day.
Right. You know, nobody's going to judge you. There's also like, usually at these big FANG companies, there's like thousands of employees. That's just one employee, you know? I totally agree. I think reaching out is so immense. And if you don't get a response, it's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world.
Don't take it personally. They're probably busy and doing other things, but
go to the next person. What do you like about San Jose? Where are you from?
I'm from a town called San Ramon. It's like 45 minutes
a little
from
town
here.
from San Ramon.
But
what's different like coming to San Jose?
Honestly, not much. Yeah, like honestly, the demographic is very similar.
Thought I was unique out here in my city.
No, not really. Like a lot of the Bay is pretty similar. I guess depending where you go. So in a way, it's kind of nice. It's a little bit comforting because I did go to University of Oregon my first year, and that was
really?
Yes.
Whoa.
That was a huge.
Go Ducks.
Yes, go Ducks. Wait, well, go Ducks and Spartans.
Well, go Spartans.
Right. But it was a huge culture shock going to a different university that far away.
You kidding me? We're Californians.
Exactly. And you don't realize how fast-paced California is until you go to another state, and it's crazy.
No, totally.
Yeah, but I love it here because honestly, like this school holds so many different opportunities in terms of business and marketing.
No, right? I know that's like one of the biggest things with like I was like, because I grew up in San Jose.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I could like since I was a baby, and I was like, I could go to a different school and like get a whole like I was looking at schools in New York for a while. Yeah, I know, right? And it's kind of similar. I mean, and like it's all fast paced out there. Right. But then I was like, no, San Jose State is like one of the most accredited universities in not only in like our state, but like in all of the states.
Yeah, like it's going up just because of I think the job rates post grad is pretty. I mean, we're in Silicon Valley, so
oh yeah, it's killer. It's a killer location to be. And usually a lot of like people who are like hiring, like they're like, oh, I went to SJSU. You know, it's like yeah, we can connect on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't we all?
But no, yeah, this school has been great so far in terms of like. I mean, if someone's looking into different schools and colleges to apply for. If you're looking for the opportunities for the internships, this is definitely the school for that.
I totally agree. Yeah. I mean, I grew up and I like, a piece of me like always like hated San Jose, you know? Because I grew up here.
Yeah.
It's like, this is my hometown.
Get me out of here.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I can drive 30 minutes to go to the beach. I can drive 20 minutes to go to the Redwoods. I can drive an hour to go to San Francisco.
Right.
If I want to surf one day, I could surf one day. And then in 2 days, I could be in Tahoe, like, snowboarding. You know? Like, that's so great. I love that about San Jose.
Yeah.
And the weather is really great. The weather's, I wish you guys could see it right now. We have a beautiful
really nice
view of these green hills in the distance. And it's just a beautiful spring day outside. Where do you usually like do work around here? Do you do it at like the library, or do you do you go to like somewhere? Like I try to find like coffee shops.
Okay.
I know there's like a bubble in downtown. Like a lot of like students don't really go outside of campus.
Yeah, I'm one of those students.
I really like San Pedro too. San Pedro outside of downtown San Jose, because I think people need to get the heck out of downtown San Jose. I really like 11th Hour Coffee in Santa Cruz. That's a really awesome coffee shop.
Go all the way to Santa Cruz?
Sometimes I do. I'm trying to switch it up. I really like San Pedro Square for sitting down. MLK Library. A little crusty, but that's okay. Sometimes if I have to, I'll go there if I have meetings. But now it's beautiful outside. I kind of want to go do like work outdoors.
I know. I need to adventure more because unfortunately I am one of those people that stay on campus. I hate driving. I suck at driving. I'm saving everyone's lives by staying out of the car. And so I personally just like sit outside. I'll just find a bench. And I'll sit there and I'll do it. But honestly, I also do like to be around noise, so I'll go to the student union sometimes.
Oh, really? You're one of those people?
Yeah. I join like everyone that sits there by themselves and just... but it's nice because it's like a loud environment, so I can just kind of pop a music in my ear and just focus up.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of like I like people watching. While I do work.
I know. Sometimes I'm typing and then I realize I'm people watching, and then everyone's like watching me people watch, and I'm like, I probably look like a freak, so let me go back to looking at my keyboard. But yeah, I need to go off campus more.
That's valid. Yeah, that's okay. What do you think about your course load right now? How many classes are you taking?
But I think I'm taking around 4 to 5, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
But
you're taking on a lot this semester.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad.
That's good.
It's actually not bad at all because I rate my professor.
Dang.
If you don't do it, then you're missing out because like that's a lot, especially because I have some GEs that I'm taking. Yeah. And I don't honestly care about what class I'm taking. I just want to get a good grade. Yeah. So for example, I'm in this Latin music class.
Oh, that's so sick.
It actually is.
That's actually so cool.
And the reason I signed up because his Rate My Professor was like the best I've ever seen.
Really?
But I know why it's so high. I go in his class and he starts by playing piano in the morning. Yes. And I'm so I'm just sitting there like listening.
Meanwhile, like, I'm golfing.
You're golfing?
Yeah, I'm golfing. I'm taking a swing dance class and it's really fun.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
really
a class for that?
Yeah. By Bud Iyer. Professor Bud Iyer. He's a cool guy.
Nice.
He's an older gentleman, but he's a little groovy. Boy, does he get down. Boy, does that.
Was that a morning class or?
No, it's my class that I have in an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my afternoon.
That'll
class.
be fun.
It'll be really fun. Yeah. I totally get that. That GE having I took a women's art history class. Or a woman in art history, and it was like women through like Renaissance period, like female artists. It was really cool. Made me feel like an intellectual.
This or that?
This or that. All right, speed round. We're gonna do this or that.
So on LinkedIn messaging, do you do a heart emoji or thumbs up?
Do that heart emoji. Okay, what's more terrifying? Talking to a recruiter or presenting your profile to your class?
I think profile to the class, in my opinion.
That's crazy, really?
Yeah.
Really?
I love speaking to recruiters.
Really?
I don't know why. I just like I'm like
pretty awesome.
Maybe I'm just a yapper. I just like talking to people, especially one-on-one. I feel more comfortable versus standing up and be like, here's my profile picture. Here's about me.
Our profiles are like awesome though.
No,
like
is,
I feel like
hard.
I stand up in front of a class and I'm like
Like,
you schmucks gotta get on this. Like, yeah.
No, but I feel weird like standing up there and be like, yes, I've done this,
Yeah.
and I'm in this,
Right.
this, and doing all that stuff. So I'd rather just tell someone versus having my headshot like this, like up on the big screen.
I like mine.
Yeah,
I use it for everything.
Mine was actually my birthday picture. My mom took a picture of me in my living room.
Mine was what did I do? I had a friend who like in his garage he had like set up like a camera and like photography little. He was just doing it for fun, and he shot a photo of me, and I was wearing like a t-shirt, and I actually like AI'd like a button up onto myself using like a Photoshop, because I was wearing like a stupid like band t-shirt, and it was like colored, so I black and whited it, which is why it's black and white, and then I colorized it using Adobe AI again for my colored photo. So now it's actually like, it's kind of a crazy process.
So moral of the story, even if you don't have a professional headshot, you can make something up.
Right. You can make something
Yeah,
up.
I think I just took mine and put it on notes. You know how you can like copy.
Oh, and you
like,
cut it out?
Yeah. I did that and I screenshotted it and
That's
I used that
real.
as my...
That's so real.
So like if you don't have any Photoshop skills, just do that. It's so easy. LinkedIn headline, keep it simple or make it spicy.
Make it spicy. Wait, actually, no, keep it simple. Actually, no, I think make it spicy. I think like adding a lot, like sprinkle some cumin in there. Put some like chili pepper flakes,
Chili pepper
I want to know where you interned at. I want to know what your position is at your club on campus. I feel like it's almost like, it reminds me when I see like Dylan's, which it's like very long.
His is very spicy.
His is very long. But it's like almost like when you see like a soldier, like, and they're like have all their badge ranks. I'm like, dude's seen some war.
No, yeah, and his profile picture, like, it's in black and white, and he's in like a little slide angle. He's like, I need something like that.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
I say keep it spicy, but obviously like nothing crazy. Keep it spicy, but not too spicy. Like a mild spicy is good.
Right.
You know, add a little touch of something.
Right. You want to keep like your most important stuff forward too. Like say that you're most proud or whatever role you're going for, you're connecting with, like having that like first, Yeah. Like right now I'm going to be interning at Centene for the summer. So I'm going to put that first. Right. And then after I'm going to put my community relations officer role.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, making sure it's spicy, but appetitable. Appetable. Appetizing. Yeah, I'm a business major.
Last one. For job search, save it and panic later or apply in the moment.
Apply in the moment.
See, I don't do that.
Do you actually save them?
Yeah,
No.
What I do is I need to like block out time to apply for things. Like I'm weird that I need I'm like, okay, so today for an hour I'm gonna do applications. So I save it throughout the week if I'm just scrolling and I'm like, okay, this is cute, might apply. I'll save it and wait until I do have my block out time.
Yeah.
And then I'll apply then.
That's valid. I think that's a pretty good idea.
So you just apply on the spot then?
I apply on the spot when I have those blockout times. So like, I feel like there's not, maybe, I mean, if you're really good about applying to things like later on, but I think that in the time that I see that job posting then I save it, and then like on Monday and then Wednesday I go to apply, there's already that's like 300 applicants in those 3 days that are going to fill that.
So true.
So I'd rather spend that blocking time searching for newly posted stuff that was like posted on Wednesday. And then applying to those.
Maybe I'll try that, because I usually I think I have saved from like a month ago, and I'm gonna apply tomorrow. So maybe I need to look for more recent stuff.
Hey, it also might be the move. Your resume might fire off in the ATS system. So thanks so much everybody for tuning in to Open to Work podcast. I'm Sophia Kim.
I'm Cash Johnson.
And it was so great having you guys. We hope to see you on campus. We'll see you guys around.
Bye.
Ciao.